what I've learned about myself, the 29th of May, 2026. Each day I grow stronger. Each day of small wins grows my conviction to keep going and push a little harder as my capacity for change increases. The biggest wins aren't the good things about myself, but rather the negative aspects of self that I've been able to identify, and as a result, I can create techniques on how to address them. My worst enemy has always been myself, stuck in negativity and always waiting for one small mistake to pull me back into my self-loathing and depression. Learning to identify my self-destructive patterns has been the tool that has formed one of the most important processes on my new path of continuous self-improvement. We always overestimate our abilities. We fall into the trap of self-righteousness time and time again. But this is the most self-destructive pattern of all. It is hard to admit our faults, really fucking hard. The internal resistance, our egos, not ready to admit to ever being wrong. But the only person that this harms is ourselves. We live in a prison of our own creation, the prisons of our own mind. I have made incredible progress in the past few weeks, but I have had equally felt the patterns of my past trying to pull me back in. Each day is a test of my new self, a test that I'm becoming more prepared with each morning that I spend here, making the time for myself. I grow stronger by the day. Bring on any challenge. I'm ready to take them head on and test my newly found courage and strength. So, with that being said, the fallibility of just the human condition becomes strikingly obvious to me. We always, again, overestimate our abilities. And even like sitting here right now, I've only been in this new rigorous routine for not even 30 days. It feels like my life has completely changed and I'm a completely new person. But that's how it feels right now in the moment. And that could also become one of the things that makes me complacent enough to fall into the traps that I've fallen into time and time again over my close to 30 years of being alive. But also now being aware of that, when I do catch myself in a moment where I have reverted to old patterns, I've told myself that I am cured, I am all of the way there, where I am not. This is a ongoing process, not an ongoing process in terms of months, but this is going to become an ongoing process for the rest of my life. And that was also one of the traps that I'd always fall into in my 20s. I couldn't keep relying on the fact that I told myself that I was trying to be a good person. That's not enough. You need to actively be working on yourself every single day so that you don't regress back to the means, which seems to happen to most of us very frequently. And in the reading I was doing this morning, it was saying how we often need a really big moment to be able to make a radical change. Often these moments come when our life is seemingly falling apart. Every rock bottom moments, I realized can become the catalyst to creating the life that you know that you could live if you were present and putting in effort to make that reality come true, not just at certain times of the day, but in everything that we're doing, in all of our thoughts. Being able to envision exactly the experiences we are going to have once we have gotten to that point that we want our life to be at. We can manifest our wildest dreams, but a majority of the times we are also manifesting every single negative event in our lives by worrying about them happening in the first place. And I'm lucky because I locked in, but not locked into work like I was doing before. I've locked in to myself. I've locked myself into my room, which I'm calling my new lab. The lab where I'm going to experiment on myself, where I'm going to work on myself, and I am going to create the person that I want to become. And again, this is just the start of the journey. The biggest thing is now consistency, showing up for myself every single day and sitting here talking to the camera every single day. By sitting here, I am learning a whole range of new skills that can layer on top of each other, from communication to, like, even just I've been able to notice the incredible progress that I've made just in how I talk, in how I use my body language, and then also just being able to see how my confidence in myself has grown over time. So I'm having the most fun that I've ever had in my life, because I've realized for me, fun used to always be going on a huge trip, driving a couple hours to find surf, doing something that had to make it feel like such a big event just to be able to say that I had fun doing it. Where right now I'm finding those same senses of happiness and fun just by doing the simple things each day that are helping me build the foundation and work towards where I want to be in 10 years' time. I've realized before I was always trying to chase these small time horizon accomplishments. I need to do something now where I'm going to actively try and shift that time horizon to where I want to now be in 10 years' time, and break that down into where I want to be in 10 years' time. What are the small steps along the way that I need to accomplish? What are the small habits that I can start today to build myself up into the person that I need to be able to make those dreams come true? And I've just also found a new love for spending time with myself, to learning to understand the way my own mind works, and being able to work with my positive traits, but also my negative traits, because each of those traits makes me fundamentally who I am today. And that's what is so fun about it. I find it so fun to be learning about myself, to be able to challenge myself in these new ways. One of the things I was doing always is every single time I'll just always start sentence with, you see, the problem is. That's a negative way of thinking. Or not a negative way of thinking, but it just makes what you're trying to do, you're already telling yourself that you're not going to be able to do it because it's a problem. Where if we rephrase that, which it's going to take me a while to get over the habit of saying, you see, the problem is, but now I want to start saying, instead of the problem is, the challenge is. And I relish a challenge. So, yeah, I hope you're learning something from what I've been able to express about my journey. I never want to tell anyone what to do with their lives. I just want to be able to show you what I've done in my life to take myself from a depressed mess to someone that feels that they can truly now do anything that they set their mind out to. So, thanks for watching. I'm filming on a new camera today. I broke my other camera. I broke the screen. And that was also a challenge. When I broke the screen, I almost went straight back into my old victim mindset of, oh no, everything bad's happening to me. And yes, I was in that mindset for probably about 30 seconds. And then I managed to snap myself out. And now it's just a part of life. There's nothing I can do about it. I can only figure out how to address it going forward. I can't change what happened in the past. So again, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching the chaos that is my own mind. And as I begin to unpack it and make it less chaotic, because I need to be able to learn to work with myself and all of my unique skills, but also the quirks that I've picked up over the last 30 years. So thanks for watching and see you again tomorrow.